Great, everybody. Great day, everybody. I'm your host, Malik. I'm your host, Coach Woody. Welcome to the Malik Woody Show. And today we are going to be talking about what college coaches look for in a student athlete. What college coaches look for in a student athlete. I thank you for tuning in and joining us. I pray that your day is going well. We're going to start with a scripture verse. Philippians 4, verse 13 says, "You can do all things through Christ, which gives you the strength." Remember that. Remember that you can do anything through Christ, which gives you the strength. I pray that your day is going well, and I pray that you're having a blessed and glorious Monday. So what do college coaches look for in a student athlete? That's an interesting question. But in order to answer that question, we need to look at what a student athlete is. It's very important to know what a student athlete is before we can answer what the coaches look for in a student athlete. This is the definition of a student athlete. A student athlete is an individual who participates in both academic studies and athletic activities. Here's the legal definition of a student athlete. This is from Cornell University Law School. An individual who engages in, is eligible to engage in, or may be eligible in the future to engage in any intercollegiate sport. That's from Cornell University Law. Those are the definitions of a student athlete. So in order to know what college coaches look for a student athlete, we need to understand the definitions of a student athlete. Once we know the definitions, then we can kind of, based on, okay, now we can kind of understand what they're looking for. Okay, so I'm just giving y'all the definitions first, then I'm going to dive right on in. Thank you guys for joining us. Pray that your day is going well. I pray that everything in your family is going well as well. So the first thing that college coaches look for in a student athlete is great work ethic or impeccable work ethic. You must outwork your competition. Because there are thousands of other athletes that are trying to get recruited to the schools you're trying to go to. So the work you put in has to exceed your peers or your competitors. So you can't slack off no day. And the off season is the best time to put in the work during the off season. This is the best time to get better, to improve, to watch yourself on film, study yourself, study your game film. Make sure you're taking the proper nutrition, doing the things you need to do to make sure that you are better for this upcoming season so that you can get recruited. Number 2, excel in the classroom. Your grades are important. Doing good in school is going to give you a leg up on a lot of other student athletes. Talent is not enough. And especially with this new age of the transfer portal and NIL, talent is not going to be enough. I know there's a new model that's going out there that Coach Prime created. He started this model at Jackson State, and now he's taking it to the FBS level at University of Colorado. This model is called the 40-40-20. That's what's called 40-40-20. What does that model consist of? That model consists of transfer portal, FBS, and Division I FCS players, junior college transfers, and high school student athletes. And that model has changed the game in the way that coaches recruit now. So now, a lot of coaches are in a win-win situation, or they're in win-now mode. Because they're looking for athletes who have experience over developing a young freshman. So therefore, if you really want to play football at the Division I level, if you truly want to do that at the Division I level, you have to take care of your grades. You have to be responsible with your work. You have to make sure you're going to class on time. Got to make sure you're not missing school. Got to make sure you're not getting yourself in trouble or doing the wrong things or jeopardizing your opportunity to get recruited. Having a 3.9, 3.89, or even a 4.0 is going to give you a leg up on your peers. Nowadays, having a 2.8, a 2.9, 3.0 is not enough. The average GPA to get into the University of Maryland is 3.5. That's the average GPA to get into the University of Maryland, a 3.5. Some universities will allow 3.332, but University of Maryland, if you want to get into the University of Maryland, you have to have a 3.5 in the classroom, 3.5 or better. So understand that a lot of these schools are taking education seriously. And remember this, only 20% of y'all may possibly get into that D1 school. Only 20% of y'all. College coaches are only recruiting 20% of high school athletes. Think about that. They're only recruiting 20%. 20% of high school athletes are getting recruited to Division I colleges. Only 20%. Think about that. So if you want to be in that 20%, you have to make sure your grades are impeccable. Right? You have to make sure that you're doing the things you need to do in the classroom. You can't mess around in the classroom. Classroom is very vital and important, especially now in this day and age. In this new era of college athletics, grades are very vital and important. And the coaches are really stressing about you doing the work in the classroom. Because there's a responsibility there. And when you get to college, you're going to be going all over the country. If you're a student athlete, you're going all across the country. So they expect you to be responsible for what you do during your free time. Free time is the time to get better. It's the time to go to your TAs, teacher assistants. You can go to your student resident. You can go to your student hall resident. If you go to school, you can go to your teacher early in the morning. Make sure you develop these habits in high school. If you're struggling in class, go get a tutor. You might say, well, the tutor costs, it doesn't matter. It's about you doing the necessary things to help you become a better student athlete. That's what it's about. When the coaches see that, they're going to take a chance on you. And also, getting good grades will help you get scholarship offers, whether it's academic or athletic. Yes, they are giving out 4-ride scholarships. They do. All universities give out 4 rides. But it's all based on what you do in the classroom. What counts. If you dominate in the classroom and dominate in the field, you will be successful. And you will be able to get into that school that you want to go to. Number 3 point is the importance of playing multiple sports as an athlete. College coaches love athletes who play multiple sports. This is the reason why they love athletes who play multiple sports. Or one of the reasons why. This is from the USSportscamps.com. USSportscamps.com. This is from the importance of an athlete playing multiple sports. That section It says here, it quotes, multi-sport athletes display improved health and wellness, including decreased injury rates, improved athletic performance, improved leadership, skills and teamwork, better attendance in school, and better academic performance. I'm going to repeat that again. Multi-sport athletes display improved health and wellness, including decreased injury rates, improved athletic performance, improved leadership and leadership skills and teamwork, better attendance in school, and better academic performance. So if you're an athlete that plays multiple sports, your health and wellness will increase because you're going to be taking care of your body a lot. And depending on what sports you play, you will have a decreased injury rate. You won't get hurt as much. Also, your athletic performance will improve because there are some sports that help you with another sport. The sport of wrestling helps you with the sport of football. It teaches you how to tackle properly, teaches you about discipline, teaches you about hard work, teaches you about teamwork, teaches you about being a leader. And those are skills you need in the sport of football. It also helps you be better attendance in school. The reason why it helps you with better attendance in school is because you're focused all the time. You don't have no time to slack off. You're all the way locked in. It gives you a lot to do. It gives you a lot to work on. I think playing one sport is good, but after you've done that one sport, you don't have nothing else to do. Playing multiple sports gives you a lot of options when it comes to college and where you want to go and where you want your future to go. Because there are some universities that have a lacrosse program that also have a football program. University of Ohio State has a lacrosse program and a football program. University of Michigan has a lacrosse program and a football program and a wrestling program, as well as Ohio State and Michigan. As well as Ohio State. University of Maryland, they got a lacrosse program, football program, and a wrestling program. So there are colleges that have multiple sports programs. So if you play multiple sports, let's say I don't get into football. But guess what? That football coach may send you a highlight tape to the lacrosse coach. Then you may get in for lacrosse. So you may get into the same school but for a different sport. That's why you should play multiple sports. Because it gives you different avenues and options in terms of being recruited. And college coaches love that. Football coaches love wrestlers. Because wrestling gives you a leverage advantage. Wrestling is really about leverage. You need that, especially if you're an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. You need that. If you're a linebacker, tackling. Wrestling teaches about tackling properly. Double leg takedowns the same way as a football tackle. It also teaches you about work ethic, strength conditioning, and teamwork, and being the leader. Now, another reason why coaches prefer multiple sport athletes, is this. This is from the ncsasports.org blog. I repeat, the ncsasports.org blog. A few key reasons college coaches may prefer multiple sport athletes. This is what it includes: mental toughness. Participating in more than one sport is a challenge that naturally builds mental toughness and resilience, which is beneficial in college level sports. Mental toughness. Playing multiple sports gives you mental toughness. It's a challenge playing multiple sports while balancing schoolwork. But if you can do that, you will be mentally tough. You'll be able to go through anything. You'll be able to go through any situation. Right? You'll be able to go through any situation. Another factor a college coaches look for is discipline. Being disciplined. Whether that's on the field, whether that's on the wrestling mat, whether that's on the basketball court, whether that's on the cross field, you have to be disciplined. Discipline means you're attentive, you're focused, not letting things sidetrack you, not letting other things get in the way of what you want to do in the future. You cannot let anything disrupt your success. I repeat, you cannot let anything disrupt your success. Your success is contingent upon your discipline. And discipline requires a high level of focus, high level of mental focus. And segues into our next point, mental toughness. Being mentally tough. Discipline allows you to be mentally tough. Not just discipline when you're on the field, but discipline in everything that you do. Getting up in the morning on time. Making sure you're brushing your teeth. Making sure you're getting a good meal in the morning. Making sure you're getting to class on time. That's discipline. That same discipline applies when it comes to sports, when it comes to athletics. That same discipline. This is what the coaches look for. They're looking for guys who are disciplined. They're looking for guys who are focused. They're looking for guys who are locked in. Got to be focused and locked in. Okay, so if you're disciplined, focused, and locked in, you'll be very successful. And elite level college coaches might be knocking down your door. Another thing that college coaches also look for is the willingness to learn and to be coachable. Willingness to learn means that you're willing to expand your horizon. You're willing to expand your knowledge. You're willing to listen. The key about learning is listening. That's the biggest skill you can have, is listening. Because if you don't listen, you're not going to be able to learn. That's why you got to put away the ego and the pride, the insecurity, and understand that you may not have the answer. You may not have all the answers. But there's somebody that may have the answer. There's somebody that knows more than you. Maybe a coach that may have the answer. You have to humble yourself to understand that I don't know everything. You have to humble yourself. Humble yourself. And understand and know that you may not know everything. And that's okay if you don't know everything. But you gotta be willing to listen. You have to be willing to ask. When you don't know something, ask for help. Ask your coach for help. That's what a coach looks for. Coach looks for an athlete that is humble enough to learn, but also knows he's great. The phrase is called humble but hungry. Yes, you're hungry to be great, but you're humble enough to know that you don't have all the answers. So therefore, you're willing to learn. You're willing to be coachable. And that is one of the biggest keys that I see a lot of student athletes struggle with, is being coachable. Because sometimes I feel like we think we know all the answers. When in actuality, you may not know all the answers. You may think you know everything, but when it comes down to it, there may be some things you do not understand. And those things you don't understand, you got to go to somebody who understands it better than you, so that you can become better, so that you can become a better student, so that you can become a better athlete. When the college coaches see that, they're willing to take a chance on you. They're like, man, this guy wants to be coached up. He wants to be coached up. He wants to be great. That's the key to greatness. Understanding when you need help. Knowing the times when you need help. When you get those skills down and ingrain those skills in your system, you will be successful. And not only you will be successful, you will put yourself in a better position in college scholarships, because the main goal is free college. That's the main goal. The main goal is to make sure that your parents don't have to pay for school. That's the main goal. Making sure that your parents do not have to pay for any schooling. That is the main goal. Free college. That's what you want, free college. So protect this knowledge, ingrain in your system. Write some of this stuff down. Make sure you're understanding. Don't just take and let it go out one ear and out the other. Make sure you're using this as every day. Make sure that the knowledge that I'm partaking to you, you're using it every day. You're ingraining it in your mind. You're writing stuff down. Putting it in your notes. Okay, my work ethic has to be good. Okay, I got to sell in the classroom. Okay, I might need to play more than one sport. Okay, I got to be willing to learn and be coachable. Okay, I got to be disciplined. Okay, I got to go ask for help. When I need help, I need to go ask for help. And that shows that you are being responsible. That shows that you are being responsible. When the coach sees you being responsible, there's things you need to do, you will get recruited. No matter what school you apply to, you will get recruited. They will take a chance on you. This is the end of the stream. I'm your host, Malik Woody. I pray that you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. I pray that the rest of your day goes great and goes well. Pray for every single one of you guys. God bless. Peace.